Yeah, come on, man. Yeah, it's all keys. Yeah, you the type to sit back. I'm the type that's loading up the stick and get the lick back. Retaliation, revenge, and get back. Motherfuckers pulling the semi on you like Yitzhak. You see a bitch and he probably in the mirror. I'm putting money on his head while he in the mirror. Oh my God. This the bottom of the prison system. We talking wine right witticism. You motherfuckers really playing the foul. This is wall to wall, march all David Chappelle. Is you coming, is you going? I ain't able to tell. Safeguarding my salah and I will savor the cow. I was rattled with guilt. No gas in the heater, no blankets or quilts. He hit a lick and he did the time. Let the punishment fit the crime. Everything I need to do, know you gon' feel the truth. Everything you bout to see is every bit a part of me. I want it and I want it and I want it and I want it and I want it. Want it and I want it and I want it and I want it and I want it. Yeah. Kevlar M27 out the Marines. This is big shit. It'll lift you out of your jeans. Motherfuckers running down on you with louder machines. Deliberate sacrifice, Isabella the queen. I got an Aki to speak Persian. Fuck with animals and you die like you Steve Irwin. Don't speak to him if he working. The gem star artist, the hardest supreme surgeon. Moorish military, Othello the same. This is Genovese crime, Frank Costello with Jane. That's the throne verse, turn to the cow. If you be around wolves, then you learn how to howl. I will off your on switch, I am turning the dial. And the box cutter leave you with a permanent smile. Look, Botswana is near Burundi.
No chatter around the fire.
Kill the chicken to scare the monkey. Everything I need to do, know you gon' feel the truth. Everything you bout to see is every bit a part of me. Want it and I want it and I want it and I want it and I want it. Want it and I want it and I want it and I want it and I want it.
Yo, peace. Salamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi barakatuh to the whole ummah. To everybody else, peace. How y'all doing tonight? This is Vinnie Paz. We're doing a Q&A. It's Cyber Monday. We got a sale going on. I'm gonna talk to y'all for a little bit. I think it's 6 p.m. right now on the East Coast in Philadelphia. So it's 3 p.m. on the West. 11 if you're in the UK. A lot of other parts of Europe, it's midnight. Some places even 1 a.m. Welcome. I appreciate y'all coming through and spending some time with me. So, yeah, I'm gonna answer some questions from y'all and talk about some new merch drops and some sales at the store, whatnot. Whatever y'all want to talk about. We'll talk about some new music. The current joint that's still out now, Jacinto's Praying Mantis. Whatever y'all want to talk about, though. If y'all want to talk about music, boxing, whatever. I'm here. I'm ready to talk to y'all. I hope everyone's doing well out there. If you're in the U.S., hope everyone had a good holiday weekend. Y'all weren't caught up with the traffic and whatnot. But yeah, we're here for a Q&A. Who's controlling? Is it you, Irish Billy, or Jan?
So we got a first question.
Yes, sir.
What's your process for choosing beats for projects? Do you make playlists or short lists?
So my process for choosing beats is I'm realizing that I need to tighten up because the current beat folder on my desktop is like 400 plus beats, and I like them all. So every week that I'm going into the studio, right, that's what I'm potentially playing with, is 400 beats. So I need to somehow figure out how to get that down to a number that's more manageable, but I don't want to throw stuff away because I like all of that. So the process itself, I know the beat right away as soon as I hear it, if it's good or not. I don't need 1 minute, 2 minutes, 3 minutes. Honestly, I know right away. Basically, after the 4 or 8 bars, I know that this is good or I don't want to use this. And then from there, it gets a little bit more complicated as it gets into, all right, this is good, but is it great? Et cetera, et cetera. Does it lend itself to a hook or whatnot? But right now, it's absolutely outlandish, the current beat folder. So I have to do something about that. Thanks for reminding me, though. Yeah. But when I hear a beat, I know.
On that same topic, are there any producers that you'd like to collaborate with that you haven't worked with yet?
I've worked with everyone, man. You know, I worked with people that were heroes of mine. I still got to do something with Alchemist at some point. I still got to do something with Pete Rock. You know, I talked to Pete more than Al. I haven't talked to Al in a while, in a minute. Peace to Alchemist and Ev, my West Coast guys. Peace to Muggs. Yeah, that's what's. I got to do something with Pete and with Al. But primarily, I got into my bag maybe after so Season the Assassin, like everyone I worked with was like big producers. Same could be said for God of the Serengeti. But I started like taking it as a challenge to find like up and coming producers that were really dope and just as dope as legendary producers. So that's just as fun for me, is that feeling of, you know, finding an unknown producer and they're really dope, because I get so much terrible stuff. And then when you find this diamond in the rough, it's just as dope as hearing from a legendary producer that says, yo, we should work together, you know? So I've been on that for a minute. But yeah, I would say Pete and Al is like just jumps into my head without much thought. I'm sure I could come up with a bunch more if I thought more. So that's not a slight to anybody.
Who is your favorite MC?
My favorite MC is Cool G Rap. That's the best rapper that ever lived. He's the best. There's not really a debate for me. I don't get into the debates about him. You know, once you go from two, you know, if you have a top 50, top 100, you know, I'll discuss all of that. It's fun. It's all in good fun. I'm not budging to listen to anybody with Cool G, and I'll break down why you won't be able to to win the debate.
What was the inspiration for the Ghost I Used to Be?
The inspiration for that was the man with the master plan who asked me the question. My business partner / lifelong friend, Jan. So C-Lance did that beat and sent it to me. I passed on the beat. I didn't use it. Like I said, my business partner and friend of, going on 35 years. I think it's 32 years. Loved the beat and heard vocals on it. So he went to Eamon without telling me and said, E, see what you can come up with this. E killed it. Then he came back to me and said, do you think this is dope? And I said, well, now I do. Now I think it's incredible. I don't love me on there. I don't love my verses on there. I don't think I'm incredible on there. But I think C. Lance and Eamon showed out on there, which makes it the song that it is. I think they make the song. I'm just a little bit of seasoning on there. A big German film used it. What's the name of that song? Film, Jan?
Icy and OC, I believe.
Yeah, Icy and OC.
Icy and Ossie.
Icy and Ossie. There's a big German film, and that song is used in the film as an important scene, which I was very humbled by that. Our stuff has been used in movie and films many times over, but that was really cool that they wrote the song into the script. And also the group, me, etc., is sort of written into the script. A couple is in the car driving and they're discussing, oh, you like Vinnie Paz or whatever. It's in German for all our German fans, but it's also you can watch it in English too if you're interested. It's a Netflix film. It did really well over there in German-speaking countries, and obviously there's you can watch it in any language. But I don't remember the name of it, and I don't know if Jan's right. It's two names, but I can't remember exactly what it is. I think Ossie is in there. It's like the name of the couple that are the stars of the film. So that song has moved a lot of people, and I'm appreciative of it. But I didn't think much of what I did. I just said, yo, this beat's incredible now. I didn't like it at first. And Eamon killed it. Like, Eamon kills everything. You could give Eamon anything, and it'll make an incredible song. It would be incredible.
What are your thoughts on the Drake-Kendrick beef?
I don't care. I don't really care about. I mean, it's apparently the entire world at large. What you say is Drake got killed, right? And Kendrick's the second coming of who I don't know. If we're on a 2-hour ride and I have to listen to Drake or Kendrick, I'm listening to Drake 100 out of 100 times. I think Drake's records were better. I can't even make it through the Kendrick songs. I don't say that as hyperbole. I literally can't make it through the songs. I don't know if it's his voice, but I like the diss records that Drake did. I like a lot of Drake stuff. I think I said that line about Drake, y'all make Drake look hard body, that shit appalled me, which led to people thinking, oh, he hates Drake. I just think Drake's a soft dude. I still do. So what's wrong with that? I like Drake's music. I like a lot of his. I like his pop shit. I like his more. There's some stuff that leans a little bit more to traditional hip hop because he's a hip hop head. He knows the time. Drake knows the time. People hate him a lot. It seems like, and it seems like Kendrick is the most bulletproof artist in hip hop now. You can't utter a bad word. You can't. He's untouchable. I've never seen it. There's a couple guys, there's a couple rappers who seem untouchable, where if you critique, I'm not talking about talking shit, because who needs that, man? I don't know how people have the emotional space to go online and talk shit about rappers or to rappers. I'm not talking, when I say this isn't about, I'm not talking about anybody's terrible, or I hate them, or none of that kind of stuff. None of that at all. But I will say that guy has now reached a level of fame where, and not just fame, where if you were to say something about Eminem on social media, you will get attacked on a level that you didn't know was possible for a celebrity. If you were to say something negative about Beyonce, these girls will, the Beehive, they will threaten your life. Kendrick is now in that rarefied air. You can't say, no, I'm not a fan of that guy. Like, I'm not a fan. I don't have nothing terrible to say. I'm just not a fan of, I'm just not a fan. There's nothing wrong with that. Tons of people aren't a fan of me. It's when you talk crazy about people that you get slapped, you know? But it's a weird place to get to. I'm very intrigued by it. And maybe a couple handfuls of artists get to this place where you're just untouchable. It doesn't matter what that guy drops. Doesn't matter what Eminem drops. It doesn't matter what Beyonce drops. It's untouchable. You can't critique it. I'm not saying I even would. There's a new Kendrick album out. I just don't listen to it. And that's what I try to explain to people. Again, how do you have the emotional space to talk shit about something you don't like? I'm worried about the shit I do. There's a new Kendrick record. I'm not a fan. I just don't care. I'm not saying it's not good. It's just not on my radar because I'm not a fan. It seems simple enough. I don't know why people can't wrap their head around that concept. I'm intrigued by it. I'm intrigued by that behavior because, you know, the ability to be able to say shit to people from another state, another country, another continent, and not get your jaw broken is intriguing to me because I would just slap the shit out of someone in person, but no one ever says anything in person. Again, it's interesting. The human condition is interesting. Nobody's ever said nothing that they say online, ever. World tours over and over and over again. I can no longer count the amount of times I've been around the world. No one's ever said anything to me in person. But yeah, Drake and Kendrick, I'm the only guy, I think I'm the only human that thought Drake did better. I liked his records better. But like I said, Kendrick is now in a rarefied air that very few people reach, where this guy, it's untouchable. It doesn't matter what he drops. It doesn't matter. He could do the thing that Andre 3000 did and drop a record that's just a flute through the whole thing. And people will say it's genius because Kendrick did it. It's crazy. It's crazy. Good for him. Good. That's good for him, you know? Respect.
This is a good question. Apparently people are having a hard time hearing the question, so you might want to just repeat it. People know what question you're answering.
Oh, what? So, yeah, repeat what you asked me.
Yeah.
I want to ask Billy something. Billy, you're at the helm for YouTube. Are people so horrible that you're not asking me stuff, or are we having a technical issue?
I'm asking
No, Jan's got on YouTube.
Oh, okay. Okay, guys, just for y'all that are curious, I said, guys, when we are inviting YouTube here, YouTube comment sections, I'm not talking about y'all, we're doing a Q&A. YouTube comment sections are maybe where every mutant from every walk of life and continent congregates. There's no lower place on planet Earth than the comment section of any YouTube video. It could be music, it could be your favorite rapper, it could be a fucking film. There's no worse humans on Earth than those dregs. So I thought Billy wasn't asking me, but you, okay, I got you, Jan. My apologies.
The YouTube chat is very civil right now.
Oh, y'all are being civil. I appreciate y'all. Thank you. I appreciate.
There was a good question asked on that kind of topic.
Yeah.
What do you think about the accessibility of artists today versus your era?
Okay, that is a good question.
You have to repeat the question.
Okay, so does did they give their name? Okay, it doesn't matter. This person wanted to know is what's the difference between my era and this era in regards to the accessibility of artists because of social media. Do I have that correct, Jan?
Correct.
Look, man, we could do the whole Q&A on that. The artists, including me, have to take responsibility though, because I choose to be on there. So I can say, this person's talking shit. I would slap the shit out of them in real life, which is true. But I choose to be on there. There's people that just don't go on there at all and have no social media presence. That's one lane. Then there's another lane where you have your business partners or, someone else handle it. Could be a manager, a business partner, it could be a distributor. Handle your social media. I run my IG and I run my Twitter. And as crazy as people talk on there, it's still on me because I'm engaging. So what is the difference? That's easy to answer. The difference is you can talk shit to someone from a fake account. You don't have your real name there. You don't have your real city there. You don't have any of that there. Not to mention, even if you did, what the fuck am I going to do if you're in Bucharest? What am I going to do if you're in Sofia, Bulgaria? What am I really going to do? You can't do anything. The concept of it's wild. The world became smaller because of that. You can connect with people. You can sit there, talk, and look at someone's face on FaceTime or Skype or Zoom that's 10,000 miles away the same way you can as if they were in the room with you. That's fucking amazing, you know? So to me, it's like all of these things. You can listen to my music. I'm from Philadelphia, right? So the people that are sitting in this room with me right now that you can't see, they were helping me ship records around the world from Pablo's basement to get our records in the hands of fans. And now an app on your phone, you have the world at your fingertips. You can't tell me that's not incredible on some level. You know, if you're old school like me and you still collect records and stuff and physical product, you can just do both. So, it's incredible. I just don't understand how you have, look, it's not time. It's like space in your life to go onto an app and talk shit to somebody that you don't know. That's just crazy to me. It's not an answer that anyone can answer. It's not a question that anyone can answer. It's just crazy to me. And that has to do with what era I'm from, where you were physically in the motherfucker. You know, you were there. You were in the club at the show. You had to see people if it was a problem. Yo, I don't like that motherfucker. Guess what? I'm going to the Artifact show tonight. He's going to the Artifact show tonight. He's going to be there and it's going to be what it's going to be. That's dead. You can just talk crazy to me, you know? So it's like, as I've gotten older, I'm better with it. I laugh it off, you know what I mean? There's nobody really getting me mad or anything like that. I laugh and chuckle at it. You could probably, realistically, you can get me more mad with a bad boxing tape than you can talking shit about me and my music. Because I'm verified. So I don't mean verified in regards to having a check. I'm stamped. I'm certified as far as this rap shit. So it's like, you ain't saying nothing to me that's going to bother me. You know, I've worked with people that have helped change the culture. I'm friends with people who helped shift the entire culture. You think I give a fuck about what's some kid in fucking South Dakota thinks about my newest rap? Get the fuck out of here.
How about we take a little commercial break and show off some merch?
All right. What's up with my guy right here, Jan?
That one's going to be a drop in 2025. It's a Vinnie Paz action figure.
Yo, this is my action figure, man. I'm so excited about this. So it's box cut. This is just the prototype, guys. It's obviously going to be in packaging. The packaging's insane. Yo, Shane, shout out, man. My brother Shane, Australia. That's my brother right there, man. Yo, I'm really happy about this. It's sort of the way my business partner Jan really envisioned it was that it would be some like an 80s action film action figure. So it's Box Cutter Pazzy as, what's my name, Jan?
The name of the movie is Southpaw Cannon.
Right, Southpaw Cannon is the name of the movie. So the artwork for the packaging looks like, like a Chuck Norris or a Schwarzenegger. Yo, it's real dope. It's real dope. But Jan, what do you think I should show them first? The varsity jacket?
Let's start with the varsity jacket, and the hat is the matching hat right there.
Oh, this matches that?
Yep.
Okay, word. Yeah, the sleeves are crazy. The packages. Brando, can you see everything? Am I doing good here? Yeah. This is crazy, man. We're really happy with how it came out. The sleeve's the illest part to me. You know, with the stitching here. I can show y'all the hat. I believe. My bad. I can show y'all the hat real quick. So I didn't even know that we had a matching hat, yeah. That's dope.
And a t-shirt and a hoodie.
Oh, word.
You got the whole capsule.
Word up. You want me to show some other stuff,
Yeah,
Jan? Or
you
you-
want to show the
Yeah. Jedi joint. All this stuff is in the link, y'all. But right below where you're watching me, I think.
Yep. If you're on YouTube or
If you're on YouTube on our store watching this, the link is right below me as I'm showing y'all. You just click on there, see what we got. Yeah, Jan and I love this. This is a classic. If you know, you know. I'm not gonna sample snitch, Jan. But if you know where this comes from. Y'all know the time if you're from our era. Yeah.
You can show those other two tees, and then we'll hold the starter flip for later.
Yeah, AOTP joints. This is the graffiti, the tag my man Kid did back in 97 or 98 for the first AOTP 12-inch we did. So that's from that. That's a classic. This is classic, simple and clean. Jedi Mind Bygone Era. Bygone Era is something Jan and I are working on. It's a subdivision of gear for y'all. We'll get into that at some point. Explain it more in depth. So yeah. What up, y'all? It's I don't know what time it is it's like 6:30 on the East Coast. So if y'all are in the UK or Europe and stayed up late, I really appreciate y'all. If you're on the West Coast, you're probably just sitting at work, not doing shit.
So somebody asked this is kind of an interesting question. What beard treatment do you use? What do you do?
Yo, Jack Frost. I don't know if Frost.
Repeat the question, though, so
Oh yeah, I'm sorry. I got to repeat the question. What beard treatment do you use? I don't know if Frost still has it. Jack Frost, Philly legend. You can find Jack Frost, Jakkk, Jack Frost on Instagram. Yo, Frost had beard oil that was incredible and it smelled good. But a lot of the Akis at the Muslim stores have beard oil. It smells good and it's healthy for facial hair. But Frost had really good beard oils. But yeah, go to the Aki store. Tell them you need beard oil. It's real good for you.
what are your go-to boxing websites?
My go-to boxing websites. I honestly, I follow people, boxing scribes, and people I know in the boxing community more than websites. Maxboxing.com was my favorite site. I had a bunch of friends that worked there. Dougie Fisher worked there. He's now the editor-in-chief at Ring Magazine, so follow Doug Fisher on Twitter. Steve Kim also worked at Max Boxing. Follow Steve Kim on Twitter. Michael Benson on Twitter. Dan Rayfield on Twitter. Follow all these guys. They have great stuff. And listen to my podcast. It's called Knock 'Em Out the Box. My co-host is my man Brendan Long. It drops every Wednesday. Irish Billy and Pablo are the producers. Yeah, we drop every Wednesday. Knock 'Em Out the Box. It's on all your favorite podcast apps, and it's on Spotify, right, P?
Yes, it's everywhere.
Yeah, it's everywhere. It's called Knock 'Em Out the Box. But yeah, all those writers I just named, follow those guys on Twitter, and they're always up on stuff. And like Steve Kim writes a lot of columns and he posts them on his Twitter. Same with Doug Fisher. So if you follow those guys, you'll be in there. No Diddy.
To jump on Jan a little bit.
Hey, yo! No Diddy.
There's many comments of Jan the Phenomenon in here.
Is there?
Yes.
So, Irish Billy, I'd like to tell you a story you might not know. So when we dropped the first record, we get this piece of fan mail. I mean, snail mail. Do you know this story? Snail mail. Pablo picks it up or Jan picks it up, whatever address we have. It's from a fan in Finland, and they say, yo, Jan the Phenomenon's verse is my favorite verse on the album, blah, 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 right? So the joke starts becoming, yo, Jan, if we ever get to Finland, because we know we're never going to Finland, you know? We're in Pablo's basement in Philly. It's never happening. Yo, you're coming and you're spitting that rhyme, right? So the joke goes on and goes on. A couple years later, offers start coming in to go overseas. Okay, things are going great. You know, this is what we always envisioned. So I start making the joke, Jan, I'm keeping you that shit, even though we're not going to Finland. I think it was the first tour, Jan, or the second tour that we went to Helsinki?
Yeah, it was a couple tours in.
Yeah, a couple tours in. A couple times after I'd been to Europe. Irish Billy, Jan was with me and broke the pact. He broke his word.
Broke it?
We were at a reggae club. We had a night off in Helsinki. The promoter, Euro, if you're still out there, shout outs, man. I haven't seen you in forever. A Greek kid was like, y'all want to go to a reggae club? I'm like, in Helsinki, Finland? Yeah, fucking go to a reggae club. And we got sloshed, and Jan's not a drinker, you know? And we had like a surreal moment being in Finland with someone who you built this with. And, you know, it was emotional talk, and he broke the pact and didn't spit the rhyme. He's only going back on his word one time.
There's still time.
And we're not dead yet.
Moving on to more important topics. What is your favorite verse you ever wrote, or your favorite track overall?
What is my favorite verse I ever wrote or my favorite track overall? Guys, it's very difficult. I don't listen to my own stuff, and I don't drive around playing it like these weirdo rappers that just listen to themselves and talk about themselves, and I'm the GOAT, and they say things like that, and I'm a legend and things like that. It's just really fucking strange behavior. I don't know if they didn't get hugs or they don't have people that love them. I don't listen to my own stuff, man. That stuff is for y'all to decide my best verse. And even if I sit here and think about it, it'll be a song y'all probably don't even love like that. You know, there's certain beats where I'm walking on it and it's a real complicated flow that's very difficult to write. It's very difficult to rap. It's very difficult to execute that someone who doesn't rap might not know about it. So those type of songs, those are the type of songs, something like Impaler. There's a song called Impaler where I'm walking on that, but the average person doesn't understand it. It's like listening to a really technical guitarist, and the average person that doesn't play guitar doesn't understand what that player is doing. That's the stuff that still makes me excited to make stuff like that. That, and when I'm capable or come up with a really good hook. Those two things really, but if you look at all of my most successful songs, like none of them are in the stuff that I think is where I'm at my best, or I got down on there or caught a body on there the most. If you say like, okay, here is your most commercially successful top 25 songs that have done the best commercially, none of the songs that I would name would be in there, but I guess Impaler is relatively new. And I remember when I danced on that and came out of the booth, I thought, yo, I danced on that. And I'm not the type of person to ever pat myself on the back, but I did that night.
Who are the favorite wrestlers you ever met?
Favorite wrestlers I ever met? Wow. Pablo. There's funny shit. When we met Abdullah the Butcher, it was pretty fucking hilarious. It was funny because Abby is such a carny. He was like trying to imply that we had to pay double for flicking up with him because there were two of us in the pic. He was no. I'll tell you what. To me, the GOAT, the greatest of all time, ever, my number one is Terry Funk, and I met Terry Funk, and he was so fucking cool. He was so cool. He's like, can we get out of here? Can you take me somewhere to get a beer? And I'm like, yeah, Terry Funk, of course. But his people were like, no, Terry, you got to stay here and sign more. So that should have been the answer off rip. The Abdullah the Butcher shit was more funny than it was. But Terry being the GOAT to me, and then meeting him and he was a sweetheart, that was Illmatic. That was Illmatic. Rest in peace, Terry Funk, the GOAT.
Another wrestling topic.
Sure.
What do you think of the Macho Man rap album?
Here's what I think about the Macho Man rap album. I love that basically every song was dissing the Hulkster. It's a mockery, but there's genius in the fact that he was like, if it's not insane enough that I'm Macho Man and I'm gonna rap, the whole shit is gonna be dissing Hulk Hogan. And I don't know how long Mach has been dead now. I want to say at least a decade, but somewhere Mach is like, I told you motherfuckers I was right about this Hogan the whole time. You know what I'm saying? I've always hated the Hulk. I wasn't even a mark as a kid. I wasn't a Hulkamania. I hated that. I thought he was corny. Even when I was a kid, I thought Hulk was corny. So there's genius in Mach's bad album, but it's just all dissing Hogan, which is pretty fucking brilliant.
So shifting gears to comedy.
Yeah.
What are your top 5 favorite comedy movies?
Top 5 favorite comedy movies. The Jerk, Steve Martin. Look, this stuff is kind of hard to do this off the top of the lid. Pablo, if you could help me throw something at me. But The Jerk, I laugh at The Jerk like a mental patient. This is tough because
Easy Money, Back to School.
yeah. I mean, the Rodney, Caddyshack, Easy Money with Pesci, and Rodney, Back to School, the Triple Lindy, probably, look, Weird Science, 16 Candles. I could watch 16 Candles and Weird Science just flip back and forth. For something newer, I think Step Brothers makes me laugh out loud. Step Brothers makes me laugh out loud. I sort of like, comedy got less funny for me at a certain point, and that's not Sour Grapes, and that's not an old man yelling at the cloud. Trust me, because I listen to new music. I watch new film. I think there's brilliant new filmmakers. Comedy's just something that I feel like shit was, you were able to be super offensive, and now that you're not, they were both films, even though they're stand-up specials, but Eddie Murphy Raw and Eddie Murphy Delirious are technically films, and they're works of art. 48 Hours, Trading Places. We could keep doing this, as things come back to me. There was a run in the 80s, though, where just every fucking, it was brilliant. The 80s comedy was brilliant. But don't write me off as the old man yelling at the clouds, and I don't like nothing new. I just think comedy took a weird turn. I think there's brilliant new documentary filmmakers. I think there's brilliant horror filmmakers, brilliant, people doing biopics and dramatic films that are brilliant, younger directors. So don't think that I have any problem with anything new. I don't. I'm very different than my peers that way.
What keeps inspiring you to make music?
What keeps inspiring me to make music? Guys, by the way, I'm repeating the questions so you can hear them, not because I have some weird fucking disorder that makes me do that. I still feel the same way as I did about this culture and its elements as I did when I discovered it. So once that tapers at all, I'm out of here. I still get excited for new records from other people. I still get excited when something's about to drop. I still get excited. Yo, I've been on a high just because Third Base is back together and about to do a tour. You know, a De La book came out. A new Doom book just came out, both in the last 2 weeks. I'm excited to dig into them. I'm just still inspired by the same MCs and producers that inspired me then. And by people who level up, by people who are my age or older. The fact that Jay's verse on God Did, on that Khaled album, murdered every verse of that year. And Jay is 55, I think, 56. The people are performing on a high level. And, you know, the adage is that rap is a young man's sport. And it is to a degree. It's particularly if you look at the charts. But if I gave you my top 5 or top 10 right now, I don't know that any of them are younger than 40. And I'm just being honest when I say that. There's dudes that I think are incredible, that I buy their records, that are in their 20s and 30s, but they haven't hit the level of top 10 yet to me, of being incredible. And I'm talking people that are still incredible. Not a catalog that stopped in 88 or 89. I'm talking about people that could still eat everybody's food, you know? So they inspire me because I'm younger than them, you know? I'm on the younger side of all of those guys. You know what I mean? I'm still in my 40s. So I'm just inspired by these guys who are writing crazy darts at 54 years old or something. I figure you know, got to pack me up by then, but I'm not done yet.
So this question is specific to Jacinto's Praying Mantis.
Yeah.
Sam C asks, how organically did Jacinto's Praying Mantis happen, or was it with a specific vibe in mind?
What up, Sam? How you doing, man? I think Sam is in the UK, so I appreciate you staying up, bro. And we got some shit together recorded, so I appreciate you. Well, it was very organic because my business partner and I spoke about doing an EP, and there were these songs. There were like 3 songs that are on here that were kind of finished, and we didn't know what to do with them because they weren't fitting in other places. No Diddy. And we fleshed those songs out, and we said, this will be perfect for an EP. So then the new songs that came from that, I mean, of course, everything on this record is new to you guys, but some had been in various stages of being completed for a little while. And when we finished them, it took on this vibe, which strangely enough led to the dream that I had, that led to the cover artwork that Squat Deadface did. Shout out Squat. Shout out Australia. And it did organically come together, but it stemmed from these songs that we didn't know what to do with for a while, because we were like, yo, we love these songs, but they're not properly fitting onto these LPs. It's like they're sore thumbs, not in a bad way, but they're just like, there's a flow to these records. And I know that people don't listen to music that way. They make playlists. They take this song and put it here, put it here. I'm still making records, which is an antiquated way of doing things, but it's just the way I do things. It's just my process. And so it naturally came together once we said, well, we should build a project around these songs that we've been trying to finish but haven't. And then when we did that, everything came together quick. So it was super organic.
What's your favorite Vinnie Paz boxing match?
I just got some. I can't say it yet. I have to wait a couple days. I just talked to Vinny today.
Just repeat the question.
Yeah. What's my favorite Vinny Paz fight boxing match? Look, the fights with Greg Haugen. If you're interested, go watch. They're on YouTube. Go watch Vinny Paz versus Greg Haugen. Their fights. They didn't like each other in real life, and it wasn't for promotion. They didn't like each other at all, and they're bloodbaths. And they were in their prime when they fought. Yeah, Vinny Paz, Greg Haugen. Vinny Pazienza, Greg Haugen.
What's your favorite hip hop album of all time?
What's my favorite hip hop album of all time? All right, I'm repeating the questions, y'all, so y'all can hear. See, favorite's different than the best, right? Am I correct there, everyone?
Yeah.
The best hip hop album of all time is "It Takes a Nation to Hold Us Back" by Public Enemy. That's the best. My favorite? Wow, man. My favorite hip hop album of all time is a tie between "Wanted Dead or Alive" and "Live and Let Die," both by Cool G Rap and DJ Polo. They're my two favorites. The best rap record ever made is "A Nation of Million" by Public Enemy. My favorite record is a tie between "Wanted Dead or Alive" and "Live and Let Die." Cold chilling. And for you people that do the streaming thing, neither of those G-Rap albums are available on streaming. What do you think about that? So to everyone in this room that has been selling me on being archaic and not getting Spotify or Apple Music or Tidal or Amazon Music and all of that, a lot of shit's not on there. So you take the record out, put it down, and you play that record and listen to it the way it's supposed to be heard. Thank you.
So this is a question. It's if you could make a full album with any person or group from any genre of music, who would you want to make that album with?
All right.
It's
So,
kind of an interesting question if you switch up the genre outside of hip hop.
yeah, I can repeat it too. They asked if I could make a record with anybody from any genre, who would I do it with? I would do it with Beth Gibbons and Portishead. Because they're one of my favorite groups of all time, any genre. They made two perfect records and one really good one. The dudes that do the production are geniuses. Beth Gibbons is a genius, and it isn't an absolute stretch to rhyme over what they do. You start getting into those weird collabos where you're naming punk or metal or bands like that, and that stuff can go really wrong and not be good at all. So that's it's a really cool question, but it's an easy answer for me. Portishead, but I'd still want Beth Gibbons to sing the hooks too and have them produce it.
There's a question here. I'm not sure I fully understand it, but it was what's your favorite like drunk album? The guy references King T, the Trifling album.
Oh.
Yeah.
What's your favorite drunk album? Meaning like an artist that's known for being a drunk, probably?
Probably. Yeah.
Probably like that. Everything that Shane MacGowan did, from the Pogues to the Shane MacGowan solo stuff after the Pogues. I mean, Fairy Tale in New York and those records are brilliant, man. Shane, it was just a day ago, I think, yesterday or the day before was the first anniversary of his death, so he's fresh in my mind. Just a genius, a poet, a fucking titan, and spent the better part of his 60 plus years drunk as a skunk falling off of the stool and still made a career and was a genius. If he meant rap, you know, like King T, it's, you know, those first two Alcoholics records, John, was, I think we drank many a 40 to them, right? 21 and Over was the first one, and the second one's Coast to Coast. Many a 40 was drinking, you know, taken to the head in an alley in Pablo's Pathfinder. Some 40s drank in there with the first two Alcoholics records being played, if you're talking hip hop.
New music. Let's talk new music.
New music. Look, I have a record that's finished. I didn't announce that yet because I didn't want to talk about it, to show the artwork, do anything until we have a release date from distribution, which we still don't, but it's coming. And it's coming way sooner than you think. Jan, is it too early to give the album title?
I don't think so.
Billy, is it too early to give the album title? The new record is called God Sent Vengeance. It's the third part of the trilogy, the God trilogy. It's the third and last part. This is the third and final of the trilogy, and it's called God Sent Vengeance. A single, Sooner Rather Than Later. A single and a video, Sooner Rather Than Later. And to be completely honest with y'all, the album's sooner than you think. We just been quiet because Jacinto's dropped just kind of recently, you know, and we've been, look, it's still new. I know to the younger kids and the younger generation, you write me, when are you dropping something new from our era? This is still a new record. A record was still new for a year. You burned that record for a year or two until they dropped the next one. Tribe and De La, Native Tongues, all those guys would drop every 2 or 3 years. So younger fans now take it how you want it, but you're spoiled. I'm not saying that's a bad thing. I'm just saying you're getting 1, 2, 3. So I see there's rappers that drop 4 or 5 projects a year. If De La was your favorite group, you were getting 2-3 year gaps in between. No EPs to hold you over, nothing to hold you over. That's how the machine worked. You would drop a record and then you would tour it for 12, 18, 24 months, then come home, then start on the record, which would take you another year, and then drop it. And that's the way it worked then. So it's I'm really proud of it. There's great guests on there. There's great features on there. Y'all know I try to never disappoint y'all with that. Same goes for production. Look, I'm not trying to keep anything top secret, but we're just finalizing. When I came in, Billy told me Shane's finalizing the artwork. Once I sign off on the record itself is done. I mean, even mastered. The masters are done. I have them on my person right now, on my phone. It's done. So you don't gotta wait for a mixing process or anything of that. When I sign off on the artwork, we're gonna put up the track listing, and drop a single, and get videos popping. But that's what I've been up to this whole year. Y'all see me in the studio. I try to take pictures and video as much as I can and say, yo, I'm working. I'm just vague about what I'm working on until it's time to tell y'all. Now it's time to tell y'all. God Sent Vengeance, early 2025. Early 2025. And you know that's soon. I believe that projects can get lost. Jan, help me out here if you can with the number we always talk about. How many songs are uploaded per day to these streaming sites? 100,000?
Yeah, it always changes, but it's just a crazy number.
Yeah, the number's crazy, guys. You're talking about 100, 150. It might be up to 200,000 new songs per day. Music by everyone except the elite of sales. I don't mean quality. If you're not Taylor Swift, if you're not Drake, if you're not Sabrina Carpenter, if you're not Olivia Rodrigo, if you're not of that ilk, your records are getting lost in the sauce. You have to go and find Jacinto's Praying Mantis. When you ask me, yo, when you dropping new music? I'm dropping new music. We don't have Universal behind us. We've built a very successful operation here from the ground up. But it's very difficult in that world where you're competing with 150 to 200,000 new songs a day, and maybe a couple thousand of them are by some of the biggest artists on the planet, like Taylor Swift, Bruce Springsteen, if you're getting back into some old artists that are still relevant. If the Stones drop a new record, again, you know, Sabrina Carpenter, they're cutting the throats of everyone that's independent like us. You know, regardless of how well we've done for ourselves, you're just getting pushed. You're getting pushed down. Imagine a machine that crushes cars. That's what's happening to records when they drop, you know? So this record's got 7, 8 joints on it now. There was we dropped Blood Bank Affairs, a single. We shot a few verse videos that caught y'all attention, but there's still 4, 5 joints on here y'all might not have heard. So until the new record drops, go check this, you know, because it might be a joint you didn't hear yet. Because I'm still doing that. I'm still finding records, but I'm actively looking. I'm actively looking for dope MCs that I'm not familiar with, or dope MCs that I got familiar with that are independent, younger guys that are hungry, because I'm interested in hearing good music from the generation that came after me, and I can get inspired by them because I've inspired a lot of them. A lot of those kids, I've inspired them, and they can inspire me. But, you know, constantly check Boxcutter Pazzi Instagram. Constantly go to jmtstore.com. Not because I'm trying to sell y'all stuff, because the news is on there. It'll let you know that new records are out. You know, you don't have to be there, and I expect you that every time you go to that store, you buy something. Go there and check out the news that's on there. Go out and sign up for the email list so you know when new records are dropping, because we have a ton of people on that email list, and they get hip to new music. We don't bombard you the way that everyone else does, where you see fucking every day there's an email there. The way I get them from some of the things that I'm signed up for, where they're just in there every day, just it's nonsensical. It's not worth your time. We don't do that. It's either new drops that we think y'all will think are dope, or telling y'all about new music. Look, the person that handles this has been my friend for over 30 years. They're the least annoying person I know. And I trust them with my life and my business. And we promised each other that we would never be like that as business partners and as a company, to never OD with that. All of that bullshit that these guys are constantly doing between the I'm the best record, buy my record's the best record this year, I'm the GOAT, I'm a legend. We were never on none of that shit. We weren't raised that way. But we just want you to be aware that we always are working on new projects and product. And that's the only time we send mail, is to let y'all know about it. So if you go to jmtstore.com, as soon as you hit it, just sign up and you're on the mailing list. We don't bombard you, I promise you. If we bombard you, if I'm lying, I'm flying, and y'all can just unsubscribe. It's as easy as that. But yeah.
On that note, if you sign up for the email list, you'll find out about new drops like the corner split. You want to show that off?
What am I showing? Oh, yo, this. Look, man. When I was in 9th grade, I rocked the Hornets starter jacket and my Air Max Persians, and I was killing them. and the uh, and the matching starter hat. We may have borrowed from this. This is a flip of. This is our guy. Our little Philly raccoon guy on the back is our mascot. Yo, shout out Sam the Sleazebag. Yo, this shit is murder. It's the same. Look, we did our best to replicate it identically. When I came here tonight and linked with the fellas, this is the first time, not that I'm seeing it, it's the first time I'm holding it and seeing it in person. And it absolutely made me emotional and brought me back to a time that I'm very fond of, where, you know, the fellas that are in this room with me is when I met a lot of them. And it was a really important time in my life and a really important time of my development as an MC. I was really trying to sharpen my sword from this era. And it just reminds us of that era. And the era, I was just battling everyone at that point. I battled a lot of people in that jacket. And skate deck, another one of my favorite things we did. Brandon, is this all right the way I'm holding it? Or do you want me to lower it maybe?
That's fine.
This is actually the signed one that someone won, I believe. Right, Jan? Mm-hmm. So I did a little video showing you this deck, but I didn't sign it yet. But this is signed now for the winner. That you know, people signed up and we did it basically. It was like a lottery essentially. So look, we're gonna keep doing this. If you sign up for that, if you sign up for the mailing list, you're gonna be automatically entered into these contests. We're gonna do this more often. I'm gonna sign posters, you know, more skate decks if that's what y'all want. It's really, you dictate what we do as far as the store is concerned and merch and signing stuff. If you'd rather me sign records, we'll do that. If you'd rather me sign specialty items like these decks, cool, we'll do that. If you know, when the action figure drops, I'll sign some of them, you know, on the packaging and whatnot. This deck came out really dope. There's another deck, right, Jan?
Yeah, the Funeral and the Raven deck, and all those products are available under the stream.
Yeah, well, y'all, the stream y'all are watching now, just right below it, there, you can click on that. There's a link there. Click on that, and all of this stuff is over there. Yeah, so there's the Psychosocial deck. Yo, shout out Shane for designing this. I love this design. I love this T-shirt design too. I got to get one of them for myself. And there's a Funeral and the Raven design, which our guy Andrew Haynes did the artwork. Shane designed the board, right, Jan? Mm-hmm. So yeah, Andrew did the actual artwork. Shane designed the board. Shane designed this. Yeah, man, I'm really proud of these boards as someone who skated. You know, maybe Pablo can skate this and we can film it for content.
They're called hangers.
Right.
Hang them on the wall.
Right. Right. Yeah, so you wouldn't skate this, P? You would hang this?
Hanger.
Okay. Yeah, I've seen people doing it with a lot of decks. Our OG has been doing them. Check out Gavin's decks too. The G Gavin on IG.
He's listening.
What up, big bro? I love you.
I think that's good, man. I think we're gonna wrap things up now.
All right, y'all. I appreciate you. Much respect. Salam alaikum wa rahmatullahi barakatuh. Peace and love to everyone out there. I appreciate y'all hanging out with us for the last hour. I appreciate everyone who wrote a question in. It means a lot that you took the time out of your day to come through and hang with us. I appreciate the support for the store and the music and running up all the streams from the bottom of my heart. I do. Like I said, sign up for that mailing list and stay up on everything. That way, when stuff drops, you'll know. You know, you won't have to worry about, figuring out where to find it and this and this and that. Again, I promise you we will not bombard you. JMTstore.com. Sign up. we're going to be doing tons of giveaways and stuff like that for signed products and you know, specialty items, things like that in 2025 and forward. So until next time, I guess we'll do this again really soon when we drop the new single. We'll do another Q&A. If y'all enjoy this, we'll keep doing it, all right? Peace. Have a blessed night, y'all.
Yeah, come on, man. Yeah, it's all keys. Yeah, you the type to sit back. I'm the type that's loading up the stick and get the lick back. Retaliation, revenge, and get back. Motherfuckers pulling the semi on you like Yitzhak. You see a bitch and he probably in the mirror. I'm putting money on his head while he in the mirror. Oh my God. This the bottom of the prison system. We talking wine right witticism. You motherfuckers really playing the foul. This is wall to wall, march all day with Chappelle. Is you coming, is you going? I ain't able to tell. Safeguarding my salah and I will savor the cow. I was rattled with guilt. No gas in the heater, no blankets or quilts. He hit a lick and he did the time. Let the punishment fit the crime. Everything I need to do, know you gonna feel the truth. Everything you bout to see is every bit a part of me. I want it and I want it and I want it and I want it and I want it. Want it and I want it and I want it and I want it and I want it. Yeah. Kevlar M27 out the Marines. This is big shit, it'll lift you out of your jeans. Motherfuckers running down on you with louder machines. Deliberate sacrifice is a ballad of Queen. I got an Aki to speak Persian. Fuck with animals and you die like you Steve Irwin. Don't speak to him if he working. The gem star artist, the hardest supreme surgeon. Moorish military, Othello the same. This is Genovese crime, Frank Costello with Jane. That's the throne verse, turn to the cow. If you be around wolves, then you learn how to howl. I will off your on switch, I am turning the dial. And the box cutter leave you with a permanent smile. Look, Botswana is near Burundi.
No chatter around the fire.
Kill the chicken to scare the monkey. Everything I need to do, know you gonna feel the truth. Everything you bout to see